Good afternoon, Miss H. What can I do for you today?
I had some concerns about the book you guys are reading in English.
Okay, would you like to tell me what your thoughts are?
Well, Billy came home and he said that you guys were reading a book on divorce and death, and I really don't understand why that is even in the curriculum.
So your feelings are that we shouldn't be teaching this at all to the kids?
Yes, I feel like this is something that should be covered in church and at home. It is not, it's more of a personal issue, not like an educational issue.
So Billy came home and expressed concerns to you about what we're teaching him?
Yes, he came home crying because he heard about death in school, and he's also pointed fingers at me and his father saying that we're going to get divorced because that's what he's been reading in his books.
I haven't noticed Billy at all while we've been teaching this having any concerns with it.
He's kind of a reserved and quiet child, so he's not really one to speak up in front of the class.
I haven't had any other parents come to me about any of their kids having any problems with it.
I feel like just because with him, since we are so strongly religious in our family, that he just has concerns with it and doesn't want to speak up because he doesn't want to get made fun of.
Well, personally, I feel as if we need to teach these kids this because it's teaching them how to grieve, it's teaching them how to be strong, and death and divorce are part of life. So.
Well, how would you know about that? You don't seem like a very old teacher, so how would you know about death and divorce?
Well, I have not been through a divorce, and I have had a few deaths in the family, but I feel as if everybody at some point is going to go through one of those, so concerns with it.
He's kind of a reserved and quiet child, so he's not really one to speak up in front of the class.
I haven't had any other parents come to me about any of their kids having any problems with it.
I feel like just because with him, since we are so strongly religious in our family, that he just has concerns with it and doesn't want to speak up because he doesn't want to get made fun of.
Well, personally, I feel as if we need to teach these kids this because it's teaching them how to grieve, it's teaching them how to be strong, and death and divorce are part of life. So.
Well, how would you know about that? You don't seem like a very old teacher, so how would you know about death and divorce?
Well, I have not been through a divorce, and I have had a few deaths in the family, but I feel as if everybody at some point is going to go through one of those. So to me as a teacher, it's in our curriculum, and I think the kids need to be taught both things.
Well, why is it in the curriculum? Is the principal on board with this? Because I feel like this is just something that your class is just doing.
If you want, we could set up a meeting with the principal.
I feel like that's unnecessary. I just feel like he needs a new teacher.
Okay, so what would you suggest that we do from here?
I feel like it should just be taken out of the curriculum. You guys should read some other book about some scientist or some other famous author or something that is actually relevant to school.
So not teach our kids about divorce or death at all?
No, this is something they should be learning at church and school.
Do you feel as if the book have you read the book?
No, I don't have enough time to read the book.
Okay. Has Billy told you what's in the book?
Well, yeah.
Other than just it's talking about death and divorce?
Well, yeah, he came home crying saying that, in the book, someone was dying and, people were grieving with it. But I feel like him as a first grader shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Have you seen any of the pictures in the book?
No, I haven't. I haven't had time to look at the book.
So you haven't had time to look at the book at all?
No.
Okay. Where do you feel should we just completely throw the book away?
Well, I think it should just be changed. You can talk about subjects like that, but I feel with Billy, he shouldn't be reading books like that.
So you pretty much feel as if the book is not at the, it's too gory and we're talking...
Yes, if it should be something about death, it should be something related to, the medical field, and not so much, the personal aspect. It should be related to school and education-wise.
So I told you that I haven't had any other parents come to me about it. So if you're the only one that has concerns with it, what do you think I should do?
I feel like he should just be moved to a different class.
Billy,
yes.
Your son? You want him to be taken out of my class?
Yes, because I feel like you're the only teacher teaching this, so why should he have to suffer because he doesn't want to read it?
Do you feel as if I should email the rest of the parents of the kids in the class and kind of take a plan of action from there?
I feel like that'd be a good idea, but then I know the other parents are going to have issues with this too. So, what is your plan of action if they do disagree? Like, if I'm not the only one, but I'm the only one that's actually speaking out?
Well, if I get a consensus from the rest of the parents and some of them, or the majority of them, have a problem with the way we are teaching this curriculum, we could set up a meeting with all the teachers and we could come up with a different way to implement our way we teach about divorce and death. That could be something we could do.
I feel like that's just going to be a big waste of time, because if you're doing all this in planning, like, you could have already read like a great book otherwise. Why can't you guys just take it out now, since we do have issues with it?
Well, because that's our curriculum, right?
This is a church and family related issue.
I still kind of want to know what you think we should do from here on out if the other parents have a concern.
I feel like it needs to be looked at and re-evaluated in the curriculum, because this isn't a school topic, and we stress so much about how they're not learning enough in school when they're covering this, which could be covered at home.
And you, coming from a mom, you just want to teach him this at home instead of us teaching it to him.
Yes, I feel like in English he should be learning like spelling and writing and all that stuff, not death and divorce and books. He could be reading better books.
Well, I'm up for suggestions, and if the parents of my students are having a problem with the way I'm teaching or the way our other teachers are teaching stuff, we would like to know. So I'm up for any suggestions you feel as if we should do.
I feel like instead of reading this book, they should read a book on like authors or something relating to English, not like death and divorce, which is more of a family religious kind of based area.
Well, I thank you for coming to me and telling me your thoughts. I think from here I'm going to email the rest of the parents, and then from there I think we'll kind of plan of attack.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.